Hi you guys, how are you all? I hope you all are having a great day today. मेरा भी दिन बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. आप देख सकते हैं कितनी अच्छी धूप आ रही है बाहर से. आज मैं आपसे बात करने वाली हूँ फ्रेंडशिप में होने वाली फाइट्स के बारे में. This is my ardent belief कि आप अपनी फ्रेंडशिप या अपनी लाइफ का कोई भी रिलेशनशिप बहुत अच्छी तरीके से जज कर सकते हैं अगर आप अपने फाइट पैटर्न्स ऑब्जर्व करें. Now you will ask me, Ananya, what is a fight pattern? Let me tell you. Okay. When two people have disagreements, it does not mean that their relationship or their equation is unhealthy right out of the bat. No. हर इंसान चाहे वो आपको कितना भी प्यार करे उससे आपका डिसएग्रीमेंट हो सकता है. आई एम श्योर आप अपनी लाइफ में एक भी ऐसे इंसान को नहीं मिले होंगे जो आपसे हर बात पे अग्री करे और आपका हर बात पे सपोर्ट करे. लेकिन अगर आपको कोई ऐसा इंसान मिलता है जिससे आपकी काफी फाइट्स हो रही हैं या फिर जिससे आपके काफी डिसएग्रीमेंट्स हो रहे हैं, सो यू वुड स्टार्ट फीलिंग लाइक इज दैट पर्सन बीइंग टॉक्सिक टू मी, या फिर आपको वो इंसान अपनी लाइफ में रखना है या नहीं रखना है. Disagreements or fights की frequency is a good indicator of how good or bad your relationship is. But what we actually have to judge कि fight हो किस लिए रही है और जब आप एक दूसरे से लड़ते हैं तो आप कौन सा इंसान बन जाते हैं. So here are few criteria जो मैंने अपने friendship fights और अपने relationships, बाकी relationship fights देख के बनाया है. Criteria number 1. If you guys are fighting and the sole focus of that fight is I am right, you are wrong, I am right, you are wrong, that's a very dangerous space to be. Because that means you guys are not fighting for a cause, you are fighting for your ego. Now, कुछ टाइम पे ऐसा हो सकता है कि right और wrong, कौन right है, कौन wrong है, that particular position is very important. Like for example, if I talk to a friend who, him and I, we really differ in political views. And I understand difference in political views. But if that person is pro-life and I'm pro-choice, and if that person, especially being a male friend, says that abortion should be illegal, now that is very important position for me to prove him wrong and say that I am right, because I see that as a black and white matter. And I'm not really sure if I can really be friends with or close to a person, especially a male who does not have a uterus, still has a very strong opinion and wants to impose that on me. कुछ पॉलिटिकल व्यूज इतने ड्रामेटिकली कहना चाहिए ऑपोजिट होते हैं कि आप उनके साथ कंसाई कभी नहीं कर पाओगे. सो दैट इज अ राइट एंड रॉन्ग पोजिशन टू टेक. बट इफ एवरी सिंगल फाइट इज अबाउट नॉट हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस, नॉट हाउ टू कम ऑन अ मिडिल ग्राउंड, बट आई एम राइट, यू आर रॉन्ग, आई एम राइट, you are wrong, then that's just an ego play. That's really not a fight. And really you are not keeping your relationship or the peace in your relationship at center. You're keeping your ego on priority. Number 2, if while fighting you are trying to hurt each other. Now, sometimes we do want to hurt the other person, especially if we feel that the other person has hurt us. And that's also okay. ये सारी fights अगर कभी कभी हो रही है, एक आध बार हो रही है, that's completely okay. But अगर हर फाइट में आपका ये है कि उसको मैं कैसे रुला दूं, वो मुझे हर्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, और स्पेशली आप अगर किसी इंसान से क्लोज होते हैं, बी अ फ्रेंड, फैमिली मेंबर, यू नो योर पार्टनर, दे नो एग्जैक्टली वेयर इट हर्ट्स. बट जब आप उनसे वनरेबल हो किसी और मोमेंट पे, और उस मोमेंट की आपकी वनरेबिलिटी और सीक्रेट्स वो एक वेपन जैसे यूज करें आपकी फाइट में, एंड दे ट्राई टू हर्ट यू डेलिबरेटली, दैट्स नॉट अ पर्सन यू शुड हैव इन योर लाइफ. Friends and partners we can let go of. Sometimes family members are difficult to inject from your life, but what we can do is keep a safe distance from them because they are being toxic. They are trying to hurt you. Number 3, they are trying to put you down. They are trying to patronize you. देखो, ऐसा बहुत बार होता है कि आप किसी एक चीज में अच्छे हो और दूसरा इंसान किसी एक चीज में अच्छा है. And of course, if you guys are close, you know each other's strengths and weaknesses. However, what they're trying to do right now is then, like for example, you both are trying to figure out what kind of car you want to buy. You're husband and wife, right? And your husband knows more about cars, but it does not mean that the wife cannot have an opinion at all. So if wife wants to put forward her opinion, the husband is like, तुम क्या जानो cars के बारे में? मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ कि car क्या होती है. So car is a vehicle that has 4 tires, like that kind of patronizing, talking to you like you're a kid, like you don't know anything, and hence trying to belittle your opinion. trying to cement the position that you both think you're having an opinion. Excuse me. So ये पेट्रोनाइजिंग वाली चीज अगर बार बार हो रही है और आपको लगता है कि जो एरियाज पे आप वीक हैं उन पे हिट किया जा रहा है, दैट्स नॉट अ गुड फाइट टू हैव रियली. नंबर 4, अगर फाइट में आपके रिलेटिव्स या आपकी लाइफ में जो बाकी इंपॉर्टेंट लोग हैं उन्हें ड्रैग किया जा रहा है. और ये हमने बहुत सारी टीवी पे होने वाली सास बहू फाइट्स में देखा है कि सास कहती है तुम्हें कुछ सिखाया नहीं, तुम्हारे घर में ऐसा नहीं होता होगा लेकिन हमारे घर में ऐसा होता है, शायद तुम्हारी मम्मी ने तुम्हें ये बताया नहीं, पता नहीं कैसे तुम्हें बड़ा किया है. And all of those things, okay? And that's really not a good place to be in. I think it's quite toxic. अगर आपकी एक इंसान के साथ फाइट हो रही है, if that person really loves you, they will be kind in that fight and they will really not hurt other people who have actually nothing to do with this fight. And you know, your life is made of the people you love, the things that you love, things you're passionate about, people that have really built you up, that are your rocks. अगर मैं किसी इंसान से प्यार करती हूँ, उनकी रिस्पेक्ट करती हूँ, एंड आई रियली वांट टू रिटेन दैट पर्सन इन माय लाइफ, ओके, आई वुड बी रियली रिस्पेक्टफुल टू अदर पीपल. कभी ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि मैं अपने किसी फ्रेंड या पार्टनर से लड़ाई कर रही हूँ और मैं उनके लव्ड वंस के बारे में बातें करना शुरू कर दूँ. इफ दे हैव नॉट हर्ट मी एट ऑल. अगर उनके किसी रिश्तेदार से मुझे प्रॉब्लम है, उनके कुछ रिश्तेदार ने मुझे किया है कुछ, एंड दैट रिश्तेदार इज द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द मैटर, देन दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. But just to bring them in the situations that I can hurt you more and disrespect you more is really not the way. I always look at my friends when they are telling me stuff. Are they kind to me in the fight? Are they trying to still have a boundary? You know, I think that's really important. And number 5. Okay. All of these are important, but this one really irks me and irritates me to my core. When they're fighting to you about something else and they bring out all the issues that they never brought up before, and now they're trying to bring it in and trying to solidify it into a big thing. I think that's really not nice. Like, for example, they're like, why did you break this? They're talking about a thing that you broke, and then you're really sorry and you're really at wrong and you're like, I'm so sorry. You always do this. Remember, we went on a trip 2 years back. You did that. Remember, 2 months back, you did this. Remember, 5 months back, you did that. And you're like, excuse me, we're talking about this vase I broke. Why are you bringing all these issues? And it does not matter what your dynamics is. आपकी partner हो सकता है, आपका friend हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Even your parents. Sometimes I'm like, why are you trying to create this in my head that I have a pattern, that I'm a careless, lazy person? और इतने इश्यूज थे तो जब वो इशू हुआ था तब बोलते. इट्स रियली इमेच्योर फॉर पीपल टू ब्रिंग अप थिंग्स फ्रॉम द पास्ट until unless it's not abuse. I feel like when you are a victim of an abuse, whether emotional or physical, sometimes when you don't have the courage to say things, but once you talk about one incident of abuse, like, I'm trigger warning, like for example, a husband slaps her wife every now and then and is physically abusive very, very frequently. After 5 years of marriage, after one slap, the wife has gathered the courage to say something. She is allowed to bring up all the previous slaps. That's a completely different thing. Because वो सारे issues related हैं. वो सारे issues एक pattern बनाते हैं abuse का. And वो पिछली बार नहीं बोली because she was scared, intimidated, and there is a lot of Stockholm syndrome and a lot of like dependency also involved in that. So yes. Abuse is a different case, but other than that, for petty things, especially if the previous things are extremely petty and they try to name call you, that's really not a good place to be in. I think एक blanket rule मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ. इन 5 क्राइटेरिया को मैंने डिस्कस कर लिया है उसके बाद कि अगर कोई भी आपकी लाइफ में है and they are not kind to you during the fight, they are not, you know, there are some people who say absolutely rubbish when they are angry. I am one of those people. So I try to contain myself as much as I can and not speak things, because if I am angry, if I am mad at you, I will do anything, I will say anything as mean as possible. But I try to contain myself because I don't trust myself with my anger, okay? However, if they are kind, and there's a difference between them being kind and them telling you that they are being kind. I have fought with a lot of people and they because I'm very confrontational, and the other person says, listen, I didn't say this to you because I didn't say this to you previously. You know, I let these things go. You know, I have tolerated you for so long. No, you don't give me the impression that you have been kind at all. That's not nice. What you're trying to do is make yourself look like a saint, and like fight was the only option, and you've suffered a lot and I'm such a horrible person, but that's really not the case. So not the people telling you the kind, the people that you're thinking that they are kinder in a fight. Like when I fight with my mom, I do fight with my mom. She's a lovely lady, probably the most gentle human being in this entire world. But we do fight. We do have our disagreements. But whenever I sit with her, whenever she shouts at me, she's still kind. She always ends the sentence with, "You have so much potential. Why are you not doing this? I don't want you to fall sick. Take care of your health." Because all of her issues are all about my schedule, my sleep, my health issues. She never really scolds me for how I'm handling my career or anything else. But she's like, "Please, you're doing so much better on so many other things. Please fix this. They are such minuscule things." So I can see her fighting for my betterment. And she still respects me and loves me at the bottom of all of it. So always look for that. और और जब भी किसी के साथ fight होना, especially friends, just take a step back and just ask yourself, am I okay with that person leaving my life? You know, अगर आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये fight patterns बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, just think about it. And if the answer is I'll be okay if I don't retain them in my life, and ये आंसर गुस्से के टाइम नहीं आना चाहिए, जब आप थोड़ा शांत हो जाएं तब आप उस बारे में सोचें. अगर आपको लगता है कि आप उनके बिना सर्वाइव कर लेंगे, इसका मतलब है that fights have already ruined your relationship to a level where you would be glad and more at peace if they leave your life. I think that's a big sign of you calling them out and figuring out these fight patterns. So first figure out these fight patterns and see if you really want to cut them off, or give this another chance by an open conversation and letting them know that you don't appreciate these fight patterns. I hope this helps, guys. Nobody in this entire world deserves to be in company of toxic people and voluntarily bring that toxicity into your life. I don't think anyone deserves that. So I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Till then, please subscribe to my channel. क्या कर रहे हो यार आप लोग? Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one.